Chris Christie's going on this book tour, basically, and he's making the rounds all across Fox News and other cable networks. There's a section in his book on disinformation, and he does not go after Fox News, which is clearly strategic. He was pressed by Nicole Wallace on MSNBC, if you'll recall, about why he didn't target Fox News when trying to dispel the Republican Party of QAnon and Pizzagate and things like that, even though that is the Republican Party. So tough news for the former governor of New Jersey. He said he doesn't watch Tucker Carlson's show, but he does mention that he watches Laura Ingram and Sean Hannity. So I guess he just misses just doesn't tune in to the top-rated cable show of all time. He is not of all time, but maybe. He has enormous literacy in Laura Ingram and Sean Hannity, but Tucker Carlson, just everything about him just flies out of his brain. So when we were talking about Chris Christie and this seemingly endless book tour, we had a debate on the show over whether who was the biggest Trump cuck. Sam made the case for Chris Christie. I tried to make the case for Ted Cruz because that photo of him phone banking for Trump is just so endlessly generous in the gifts that it provides to us after Trump basically called his wife ugly and said his dad killed JFK. But unfortunately for us, Sam's case gets stronger and stronger every day with Chris Christie. Here he is on Laura Ingram's show, basically kissing Donald Trump's ring while also trying to lay the groundwork for his own probable run in 2024, which is the whole purpose of this book tour.
Trump does decide to run. No one knows what the heck he's going to do. But if he does decide to run and he gets the nomination, you're going to support him, though, right? You're not going to go voting for Biden or supporting Biden or whoever the Democrats nominate, right? I mean,
I answered this question today on the PBS NewsHour. I said, they asked me directly, could you vote for Joe Biden? I said, absolutely not. I didn't vote for him in 2020, and I certainly couldn't vote for him in 2024. And I cannot support someone like Bernie Sanders, people like Elizabeth Warren. Go through the whole list of the people who were standing on that stage in 2020 and assume that any one of them is the nominee. I couldn't vote for that person. No.
Yeah. So what you don't like about Trump? So what you don't like about Trump is more personality or backward-looking stuff. The policies you liked, correct?
Look, the policies I supported, and Laura,
that you did.
The line of supporting Donald Trump starts behind me. I was the first elected official in America to endorse him in 2016. Prepped him for those debates, prepped him in 2020 for the debates, and stood up for him as the chairman of his opioid commission and the chairman of his transition. But we lost, Laura, and we've got to get back to winning. We see the ramifications of not winning.
Well, absolutely.
They're happening with all this spending, with the crime and everything else. And so
I
what
said
I'm
that
saying
the
to
day after
Republicans
the election. Got to look forward.
We got to stop complaining, and we got to start working to be a contrast to Joe Biden and to stop him in his tracks in 2022. And every minute we spend looking backwards is a minute we're not spending stopping them. I don't want to go through any more years of Democrat control.
All right, Governor Christie, to see you.
So there was a lot there, right? I mean, he uses the Trump language even. We've got to get back to winning. Maybe when he caught Trump's COVID, allegedly, he caught some of his mannerisms as well, right? I mean, that would make a ton of sense. But he, as I mentioned earlier, he's trying to thread this impossible needle here of wanting to be incredibly deferential to Trump because he knows where his bread is very, very thinly buttered and it's by Donald Trump and the Republican Party. He needs to show deference to Trump. And his ideal scenario is that Trump is not going to run in 2024. And then he's able to say, I was the first in line for Donald Trump. I think he said he was the first elected official. I'm not sure that's actually true because Jeff Sessions may have beat him. That's true. Bradley? Great. Yeah, Jeff Sessions beat him to it. But he means he was the first loser to drop out of the presidential race in 2016 in the Republican primary to endorse Donald Trump. And that was surprising. And Chris Christie does have some instincts and was able to see, okay, the base is going in this direction. But his instincts should also tell him that I think Trump's going to try to run again. And there's really no place for you. He's able to cosplay and he's able to do his tough talk and be Trump light in many regards. But his critique of the Republican Party is just fairy dust. There's nothing that he's offering. There's nothing substantial, and there's nothing different that he's offering than Donald Trump, except not being Donald Trump. And so the base is going to be like, well, you're not Donald Trump. It doesn't matter how he tries to toe this line. They're always going to want the real version. Christie's I can't believe it's not butter, and Donald Trump is butter. And the base is just not going to go for whatever he's trying to pull off here. And if Trump doesn't run in 2024, I actually will be surprised at this point, because the ground is laid for him to have a lot of success. And the more I see Christie kind of flounder and attempt to have it both ways here, the more I realize, okay, I don't really know what the Republican Party can offer that's going to excite the base to the degree that Trump does. And that's really all you need.
Well, like, what exactly?
Basically called his wife ugly and said his dad killed JFK. But unfortunately for us,
What's the theory?